So when I woke up this morning, I thought I was going to be making a wildly different video, but instead, I hopped on the Modern Warfare Reddit and found out that the Battle Royale mode for Modern Warfare almost completely got leaked. The maps, the various locations on the map, how the game is played, perks, you name it, there is information out there right now about it in the Battle Royale. And I'm going to leave a link down in the description to the entire thing that got leaked. But basically, what this is from is not just a leaker, not just someone who has inside information from Infinity Ward. This is literally in the game files for Modern Warfare. This is already in the game. So we don't know when it's going to be coming out, but there is images of the map. There is things that I can't even show you in this video because I would get a copyright strike on the video. So check out that article over on Reddit down in the description. But what we're going to be doing in this video is going through all of these game files that were found inside Modern Warfare and talking about what Modern Warfare Battle Royale is actually going to look like. So there is a ton to talk about here, so without further ado, let's just dive into it. Now real quickly, before we hop into the info about Battle Royale, I just wanted to let you guys know about my second channel. It's essentially a Let's Play channel, and I just started uploading some gameplay from the new Star Wars game. So if you want to check that out, you want to check out some of my Let's Plays, it'll be the first link down in the description. Hopefully you check it out. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you do, maybe you want to subscribe. But anyway, I'm going to shut up. Let's hop in to Battle Royale. So the biggest thing that got leaked is the map, and I'm just going to show it to you. Here it is. So along with the map itself, we also got a list of locations on the map. And based off of what we're seeing here, I can literally point out most of them to you on the map. So we're just going to go through and I'm going to label them for you. So first off, we have Airfield. Airfield's kind of close towards the center of the map. It's obviously the big airport. That one's pretty self-explanatory. After this, we have Boneyard, which was actually a mission in Modern Warfare 2, but this one's found off to the left-hand side of the map, kind of towards the south of the map. If you zoom in, you can see a lot of airplanes laying there. Again, pretty straightforward. Dam is up to the top left of the map. It is a dam. Downtown, I believe, is actually downtown Tovorsk, which is the ground war map, which can be found just below the center of the map there. It is an entire city, hence why it's called downtown. Gulag is at the bottom right-hand side of the map. It is the cylindrical looking thing. It can actually be seen if you're on the map Tovorsk District in Ground War. You can actually see Gulag off in the distance. Hospital, I have no idea where it could be. It could be any of the buildings in any of these cities. Layover, I believe, is kind of like a second airstrip to the right of Dam up towards the north. After that, we have Lumber, which I have no idea, could be anywhere throughout the map. Overgrown, which I believe is off to the right-hand side. I zoomed in on the map and tried to match the buildings to the Overgrown map from Call of Duty 4, and that's kind of where it matched the best. Port is obviously close to the water. It's going to be a port with a bunch of ships near it. After that, we've got Quarry, which is up to the top right of the map. It is the same as Karest River Quarry, the ground war map within multiplayer. Storage Town is up to the top right. The only reason why I know that is because it's part of one of the Spec Ops missions. The Super Center is again a part of the Spec Ops missions, but I couldn't quite place it on the map. Train Yard, again, could be anywhere. I tried to zoom in and find train tracks, but I couldn't really see anything. And then TV Station's an interesting one. I'm kind of wondering if it's similar to Broadcast from Call of Duty 4, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. So as you can kind of tell, they went a different direction with this Battle Royale map compared to Blackout. Blackout kind of went for all of the old maps that were in older Call of Duty games, whereas this one is taking ideas from all of the Spec Ops maps within Modern Warfare and the ground war maps within Modern Warfare as well. There really isn't much reminiscent of older Call of Duty games, really, other than Overgrown. Now, there's also different points of interest, which include a bank, fire station, gas station, gun store, pharmacy, and police station. I'm guessing that these points of interest are actually going to be in more than one location throughout the map. For example, there's going to be more than one fire station. There's going to be more than one gas station, similar to Blackout in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Now, the Reddit article then goes on to explain what a public match is actually going to look like. So, first of all, the player count. It is a 200 player count. Not 100, not 150, 200 players per game, which is huge. Pretty much the biggest Battle Royale that we've seen, at least on a console. After this, the playlists are going to be solos. In other words, you're playing by yourself. Duos, so 2 people, and squads, which is 4 people. The interesting thing is that it says that there's going to be an end game radar. So when you get to like the final circle, a radar will turn on and you're going to be able to see where the enemies are. Also on top of that, the infiltration option is the C-130, which I'm assuming is an AC-130, which is, I'm assuming, how you are going to drop in at the beginning of the game. On top of that, the max health is going to be 150 health, I would assume, plus armor, but we're going to get to armor in a second. On top of that, there is last stand. So assumably, when you get downed in game, you go into last stand, you get 100 health, and then your teammates can revive you. Now, I'm interested to see whether or not in last stand you can actually shoot with your pistol or not, because that would quite drastically change how squads would play. It also takes 7 seconds to revive your teammate, which is pretty insane. But then there's a new feature, and it's actually how you respawn within game, and they're calling it Gulag. So let me just read this whole thing to you and then kind of explain it to you. So it says here, respawn. Respawn tokens can be looted. After one use, respawn tokens are disabled for that player. To respawn a teammate, obtain a respawn token, then drop their body near an ambulance. Once the body is dropped at the ambulance, the player will enter the Gulag queue for a chance to win a 1v1 and respawn in the match. At some point during the match, the Gulag will be closed and no longer usable, thus preventing respawns. Once a player has respawned, they must locate and activate a mobile armory to retrieve their loadout. So, a couple different parts to this. First of all, there is respawn tokens. You loot them, and then you can respawn a teammate. Once they are respawned, they are now in a 1v1 gunfight against an enemy. If they win that 1v1 gunfight, they are then dropped back into the game where they can find a mobile armory to retrieve their previous loadout. This is insane. We have never seen anything like this before in a Battle Royale game. We've seen respawns. We've seen redropping in. We've never seen having to win a 1v1 gunfight to respawn back in. And honestly, I think that's a really cool aspect. I think it's going to be a lot of fun trying that out and trying to win those 1v1s to get back in the game. Also, we can kind of expect that these 1v1 gunfights are going to be on the gunfight map Gulag, which we have seen before is the Gulag showers. So all in all, I'm pretty fired up for that. So on top of that, in the Battle Royale mode, there is also missions. So it says this: Battle Royale features missions which can be looted via finding tablets. Only one mission can be activated for a squad at a time. So the mission types are this: tracked, time run, assassination, which is eliminating a specific player, scavenger hunt, which is collect scavenger crates, domination, capture a domination point, and random mission, which who knows what that is. So assumably for completing these missions, you are going to get loot, which is going to help you out through the game. But it's pretty crazy that there's going to be enough time and space on these maps for you actually to go about completing these missions. So it goes on to explain that you're going to be able to mark things on screen similar to Apex Legends, where if you see an enemy or you see some sort of loot, you can mark it and it'll show up on your teammate's screen, which is a great feature. I think Fortnite has now implemented it too. Now it goes a little bit deeper into loot. So first of all, there is going to be rarities. This was not in Blackout, but the rarities go from white, green, blue, purple, and gold, basically exactly the same as Fortnite. After this, it says that there is going to be limited inventory space. That's no surprise, basically your backpack space. On top of that, there is going to be a way to mark things on screen. So similar to Apex Legends, when you see an enemy, when you see some sort of good weapon, you can mark it on the screen and then your teammates can see where exactly it is. Now, when we get into talking about loot, there's going to be a new loot system, more similar to Fortnite. First of all, there's rarities. So there's white, green, blue, purple, gold. Exactly the same as Fortnite. No really change there compared to Fortnite. Also, there's going to be limited inventory space, and something you can pick up is a backpack, which will expand that inventory space. On top of that, things you can loot include all weapons, attachments, equipment, and field upgrades, and kill streaks from multiplayer. So yes, there is going to be kill streaks within Battle Royale, which we're going to talk a little bit more about in a bit. On top of that, other things you can loot include gas masks, vests, helmets, bandages, ammo, backpacks, portable defibrillator, and plunder. Again, we'll get more into that in a minute. First of all, starting off with armor. So your basic armor is a helmet and a ballistic vest. There are 3 different levels of helmets. There are 3 different levels of ballistic vests. First of all, your level 1 helmet is going to reduce headshot damage by 15. Level 2 is going to reduce headshot damage by 30, and level 3 is going to reduce headshot damage by 30 and reduces the effect of flash and concussion grenades, which is extremely strong. Then we get into the 3 levels of ballistic vests. First of all, the level 1 absorbs 50 damage, level 2 absorbs 150 damage, and level 3 absorbs 150 damage and increases healing item usage by 25. Again, super powerful. Moving on to perks. So we got a lot of perks that you can pick up here. I'm just going to read them all out for you, and then you guys can kind of make your own opinions on what ones are good and what ones are bad. So first of all, High Alert grants vision when an enemy looks at you from outside your field of view. This is the exact same as multiplayer. After this, Spotter, enemy equipment within a small radius is visible and highlighted to you, even through walls. After that, Tracker, enemies leave footprints as they move and increase crouch movement speed. Stalker, faster movement while aiming down sights. Marksman allows you to identify enemies from a farther away by showing their names at a greater distance. We saw this in previous Call of Duty games, including Modern Warfare 3. Sleight of Hand, reload your weapons 50% faster than normal. Armorer, you use armor plates 20% faster and they supply 10% more armor. So we didn't talk about this before, but apparently there is going to be a way to heal your armor similar to Blackout. Artesian Taste. Weapons you pick up have a chance to automatically upgrade. So your purple weapon may change into a gold weapon when you pick it up, which is kind of weird. Deep Pockets, any usable equipment you pick up have an extra use. Grenader, any throwable equipment will pick up an extra use. Kind of exactly the same as Deep Pockets. Healer, your medic items continue to heal for an additional 25% of their value over the next 20 seconds. Thief, when you harvest, generate 20% more plunder. As I said before, we're going to talk about plunder in a minute here. Ammo Scavenger, enemies you kill always drop some ammunition, which is nice if you're running low on ammo. Armor Scavenger, enemies you kill always drop some armor plates. Medic Scavenger, enemies you kill always drop some medic items. Plunder Scavenger, enemies you kill always drop plunder. Bounty Hunter, if you kill someone with more perks than you, gain enough points to match them, and then you can replace this perk. Not exactly sure what that one means. Ghost, you are invisible to drones and sensors. Sneaky, your footsteps are invisible and enemies are not warned when you track them. Explosive Ordnance Disposal, explosive resistance, and you capture enemies' claymores and mines. So in other words, you can hack their claymores. So, a lot of perks there. We've now been through all of them. There's a lot. I could definitely see there being less at the actual launch of the game. Up next, we have Kill Streaks. So, Kill Streaks activating using lethal and tactical buttons. So, the same as Kill Streaks in regular multiplayer. Juggernauts cannot pick up loot, so apparently Juggernauts are going to be in Battle Royale. It sounds super overpowered. UAV satellite trucks must be charged before scanning an area. Once used, they will remain on cooldown for some time before coming back online. So apparently there is going to be some sort of UAV truck as well. Not exactly sure how that's going to work, but it also said earlier in the article that there's going to have the same sort of kill streaks that are in multiplayer. So you might be able to earn an AC-130 or a gunship. I'm not really sure how that works. Now, the final thing we're going to talk about is plunder. So what is plunder? Plunder is essentially money. You can loot it from dead bodies, you can find it around the map, you can find it in briefcases, and basically in-game you can purchase game-changing items at plunder box locations with this money. What these game-changing items are, I'm not sure. They could be weapons, they could be kill streaks, I'm not really sure. Also, when you collect this plunder, you can convert it to XP by depositing it at an ATM machine located throughout the game. Now, it then goes on to say, the player who collects the most plunder in a match will be named Best Plunderer. There is a minimum amount of plunder required before depositing it to the bank, which makes sense. Plunder dropped from eliminated enemies expires after a certain amount of time. So in other words, if you just see a random dead body, the money on it will probably be gone. Also, when players enter a bank, the bank alarm will sound, alerting all enemies within the vicinity. So it kind of makes going to deposit your money a little bit more risky. So ladies and gentlemen, that is all of the info that was found within the game files for Modern Warfare about Battle Royale. It's a lot of information, and what this tells me is Battle Royale is probably coming soon. My guess would probably be within the new year, maybe around the second season for Modern Warfare. That is probably when we're going to see some Battle Battle Royale. The interesting thing about this article is it doesn't say anything about how leveling will work, whether it'll be a separate rank from multiplayer or it will be together as one. You can rank up in both multiplayer and Battle Royale. They don't say how challenges are going to work or how characters are going to work, any of that, but there's a lot of info about the actual gameplay. So I'm curious what you guys think at this point. Does this sound good to you? Does this sound bad? Would you prefer not to have a Battle Royale? Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm really curious to hear what you guys have to say about it. And me, personally, I'm pretty fired up for it. I loved Blackout, so if this is anything like it, I think it'll be a lot of fun. And the fact that it's a 200-player Battle Royale blows me away. So only time will tell. These are all of the leaks. This is everything found within the game. Hopefully you found the video informative. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you can hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and want to stay up to date on everything Modern Warfare, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn notifications on. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're made